Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started on my lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that do this work in truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying and to the point. And Shalaki in advance, I'm out here in the elements walking around. All right, so, my allergies are kind of getting the best of me. But, the show must go on. And the topic that I want to get into is 250 years, all right, of captivity / oppression, all right, of Esau, Edom, all right, and how basically, all right, this oppression and slavery, all right, is ultimately going to come to an end. And it is. And we can see the foreshadowing of that by, all right, the decline, all right, of this kingdom, all right, of this place, all right. So we know with that comes, all right, the heathen, all right, Esau, Edom, and the other nations, all right, basically going into captivity, all right, going into slavery, just as we did. All right, the scriptures say that woe unto them, all right, that buildeth a city by blood, all right, for the only way that the ground can be cleansed is by those who shed it, all right, and Shalakia, because I know that I am roughly paraphrasing that scripture, all right, but we're going to get it, all right, but I'm going to start off here first, though, all right, this is Jeremiah 22:13, and it says, woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that uses his neighbor's services without wages, and giveth not, Shalakia, and giveth him not for his work. All right, and the scriptures say, all right, that because of unrighteous dealings and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom was translated from one people or one nation to another. All right, and how did Esau acquire, all right, this land? All right, by raping or graping, all right, murdering, all right, and taking advantage of our people to be able to even get it. Okay, so the same thing, all right, it's going to happen to his people. All right, they're going to go into slavery. All right, they're going to be tributaries to our people. All right, they're going to serve, all right, and take care of our children, all right, and cook and clean and do all the things that we did, all right, and you're going to work, all right, and you're not going to get paid. So all the things that you've done to our people, all right, those things are going to happen exactly to you as well. All right, and it says, woe to, again, Jeremiah 22:13. It says, woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work. All right, so you've built up this nation, all right, this great nation, as you would want to say, all right, off the blood, sweat, and tears, all right, of the nation of Israel, and you have not paid them anything. All right, you basically giving them crumbs. All right, you giving them what? Welfare, food stamps. All right, Black History Month. All right, and a few and what, a few other little other gifts that you giving people, our people. All right, but you haven't given them, all right, their true worth of what our people actually put into this place. All right, and by that, all right, you must pay. All right, let me get this real quick. This is Numbers chapter 35:33, and it says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein you are, For blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. All right, so this land, all right, cannot be cleansed, all right, least it be cleansed by the blood of those who had shed it, and that would be Esau Edom, man. All right, Esau Edom has shed the blood of the Israelites, man. All right, so have these other nations as well, and they're gonna get it. All right, but Esau Edom, all right, is really the ones or the nation that really has our people in the grips. All right, in their grips. All right, and for that, all right, he must pay. All right, his blood is going to be shed upon the ground. All right, in the coming days, man. All right, so let's jump here real quick. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 35 and 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in thy time of thy calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. All right, see it thou has not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right, so, you know, in the time where it was time for our punishment to be over with, all right, Esau extended it and continued to have us, all right, in this grip. All right, he continued to push on with the captivity and push on, all right, with, all right, troubles, all right, upon our people. Okay, and it says, and I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. See it thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So, you know, all the blood that was spilled, innocent blood of Israelites that was spilled in this land, all right, cried to the Lord. All right, crying to the Lord, asking the Lord when he's going to bring forth the kingdom and bring down the devil. All right, and we longing to see that, man. All right, Sirach 25 and 7, where it says, there's 9 things that the Lord counteth happy into his heart. All right, the love of his children. All right, and to see the fall of thy enemy. All right, and that's what we're longing for to see. All right, the fall of the enemy, the fall of the nations. All right, and the rising up of our people. All right, let's get this real quick. This is Galatians chapter 6 verse 7, and it says, be not deceived, Yahweh is not marked, it's not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. All right, so Esau Edom has sowed nothing, all right, but bloodshed, all right, evil and wickedness all over the earth. All right, so it's only right that the Lord, all right, is going to recompense him, all right, the same things that he did to the earth, to the people, and everything else. All right, he's going to get it tenfold. He's going to get it 100-fold. All right, in the kingdom. All right, everything that this devil has done, all right, corrupt, all right, it's going to meet him in the kingdom. All right, let's go here. This is Isaiah 14 and 21. All right, it says, prepare slaughter for his children, for iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the lands, nor fill the faces of the world with cities. All right, so, you know, a lot of people like to argue, and a lot of people would argue, you know, that wasn't me that did that. That was my forefathers. Well, guess what? You are your forefathers in the reincarnation. All right? You are your forefathers in the reincarnation. You are those old spirits, all right, that used to lynch, all right, whip, boil, all right, bury alive, do all kind of things to our people, man. Castrate, all right. When you watch Goodbye Uncle Tom, okay, it shows you, all right, some of the things that happen to us as a nation of people, all right. So, be prepared, all right, to be, all right, done the same way in righteousness. All right, we're not going to do some of the wicked things that you did, but we're going to do it in righteousness. All right, we're going to whoop you devils in righteousness. We're going to have you in chains in righteousness when we do it. All right, we're not going to be doing the things that you did, but the things that we do, all right, we're going to meditate terror, as the scriptures say, in righteousness. Okay, so let's get this real quick. All right, this is Psalms 137:7. It says, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." Okay, and he did that to who? The Native Americans. All right, he used to take the women, all right, hang them up by poles, all right, and basically dissect them and take the children out and dash them against the stones. All right, that happened. Okay, that happened here. All right, on this land. All right, feeding the babies to dogs, all kind of things, man. It's crazy what this man did to our people, man. All right, cutting their hands off. Oh man, I have books. All right, going into that, reading into that, man. How they used to do all kind of, vile and atrocious things to our people, man. So expect those same things to happen to you, man. All right, in that day, but a lot more worse. All right, we're gonna have the ability to rewind time. All right, put your soul back in your body. All right, do all kind of things, man. All right, to inflict that same, all right, torture that you did on us. All right, this is Isaiah 51:22, and it says, "Thus said the Lord and thy God, that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again." Going into Israel. All right, we're not going to go into slavery no more. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflicted thee, the other nations, Esau, Edom, all right, predominantly, all right, which have said to thy souls, bow down that we may go over, and thou hast led thy body as the ground and as the street to them that water over. See, so that dregs, all right, the cup you're going to be drinking, Esau, Edom. All right, the slavery, the bitterness, all right, you're going to have to deal with that, man. All right, your family's being separated, all right, and never seeing your children again, all right, and so forth and so on, man. All right, the same exact thing is going to happen to you, all right. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 10, and it says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints." And this is what we're waiting for, man. All right, for these other nations to go into slavery. All right, the same way that they did us. All right, they're going to be done the exact same way, but worse. All right, in a worse way. All right, so I think I'm going to end it out on that. I can bring out one more scripture. All right, this is Isaiah 14:2, and it says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their own place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." All right, and that's the end story of this place. All right. The tail shall be the head, and the head shall be the tail. All right. It's going to be a trading of places. All right. In the times to come, and we see it. All right. So, Lord willing, this video was edifying. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that do this work in truth and sincerity. Until the next time, Lord willing, I say shalom.